42% plus of his kicks were not returned. This one will go almost 4 yards deep. Murray has a seam. Inside the 40. Only 5 interceptions. Only a sophomore. Murray at the top of your screen above the scoreboard.
The strength of the Nebraska defense is their front four. They're down linemen, and they've got to play big tonight.
Bradford, nice play fake. Nobody out there with him. Floats it downfield and has the completion inside the 20-yard line. A perfect strike to Ryan Broyles, the redshirt freshman.
Sue and Steinkuhler, they're the two big guys on the inside.
Tight formation again. Chris Brown is now the tailback. Brown will get the carry off the right side. Touchdown. Good block by the fullback, Matt Clapp.
To the Oklahoma Sooners. Today you'll be watching two teams possess one of the greatest traditions in college football, Oklahoma and Nebraska. Oklahoma has won more football games than any team the past 60 years, including 7 national championships along with 41 conference championships. Check the record. They plan to win another one today.
Thank you, Coach.
Plays down the field and very much in control of this offense.
Marlon Lucky is the eye back, and that one is picked off. It'll go for a touchdown. Dominic Franks, pick 6. He read it all the way. He got a great break on the ball. And holy cow, what a hole they have dug in the first 2.5 minutes.
Well, Brent Venables, the defensive coordinator, knows that Nebraska has liked the quick screen. A lot of times it's off of a run-pass check at the line of scrimmage by Joe Gans. Gans is the right kind of quarterback for this situation. I really believe that.
Oklahoma shows a 4-man rush. Gans, good play fake on the run, throws, complete, and then dropped. Drew Young, the tight end, and they're going to roll it, a fumble, and give the ball to Oklahoma. Keenan Clayton.
Great personnel.
Bradford with all day to throw. Chancey right down the middle. Asante and Hanlon, the safeties, he carved them up.
Raiders with a 2-0 lead in Lubbock on ABC against #1 Texas, and Tennessee just looks awful. South Carolina killing him. It's 21-0 halfway through the second on ESPN2.
Wow. All right, Reese, you said 2-0 Texas Tech. We were 2-0 before we kicked off. Gans with time, tipped in the air, intercepted. Holmes looking for a block. To the 10, to the 9. Whatever can go wrong already has. DeMarco Murray will be the tailback. They have 4 wide receivers. And another touchdown for Oklahoma. That's Jermaine Gresham, the tight end.
Well, he's a real matchup problem because of his size. He's 6'6", 260. He was in the slot. No pressure on Bradford, and you see the accuracy. I mean, this kid can really throw the football, and he's got weapons all over the field to throw to. Gresham working on the safety. Easy touchdown for the Sooners.
Well, we may be looking at records here.
Well, they scored 55 in the first half last week against Kansas State.
But we're not talking first half. We're talking 5 minutes and 33 seconds.
A lot of credibility with even some of the guys, the fifth-year guys on this team this year when he came back.
Bradford, even when there is pressure on him, just looks so cool and comfortable. That time he was throwing to Tennell again.
Who was the quarterback coach and offensive coordinator here before Kevin Wilson.
Quarterback draw. All the room in the world to run. Slides in safely at the 42.
But they had Sam Bradford here at their camp for a couple years, and he got a chance to watch him and work with him and talk to him. And, you know, when you have a kid in camp, you also get a feel for their personality. And Chuck Long went to Bob Stoops and said, I really like this guy. I mean, this is the guy I think we can really go with. And elbow 2 weeks ago at the Kansas game. And Chaney stepped in and has played beautifully since then. So now they've got even more depth. And now they've got maybe another touchdown.
To the goal line.
Field guys they have makes them the best, most potent offense in college football.
Balance is incredible. Little swing pass. Chris Brown, that was too easy.
Hire the right guy for that job at the right time, and I think he will get it done, but it's not going to happen overnight. And recruiting is really where it all starts.
Blitz coming. Perfect call against it. Screen. There was a hold. No flag down. Things are going bad enough. You don't have to miss something like that. Quickly, right back to action, and they're really mixing up the tempo. Well, when it's that easy, why not? DeMarco Murray just walks into the end zone. Murray seems straight up the middle. DeMarco Murray. Touchdown. Murray cuts it back inside. Touchdown. Well, this is what Nebraska saw last year from too many teams. People running up huge numbers against them.
For the second time, DeMarco Murray sees some daylight outside, bounces it outside. Not a very good job of contained by the Nebraska defense. Ryan Broyles, the wide receiver, with a pretty good block out there from the slot.
Presented by Hampton Hotels. Here are the first half stats. Surprisingly close, 305 to 224. 3 turnovers, however. That led to 21 Oklahoma points.
Well, those 3 turnovers occurred in Nebraska's first 5 possessions, too. I mean, the game was really out of reach very, very early on, and they settled.
Watermark for Oklahoma against Nebraska. Bradford wide open. Touchdown, Gresham. Boy, when they have scored, they have made it look so easy.
Well, Sam Bradford, I know he's got a little bit of grass stain on the back of his pants, but not much. And I don't know, he may have tripped coming out of the locker room at halftime and got that, because I haven't seen him get knocked down. 15 of 19, 197 yards, 3 touchdowns. But the protection is just outstanding. And he has been able to just see what he wants to see and put the ball where he wants to put it.
You can never go back, but it would have been interesting to see what would have happened in this ball game had the fates not dictated what this game was going to be. The early mistakes by Nebraska that just doomed them in a shootout with Oklahoma. Oklahoma 45. Good protection. Pass tipped. Roy Hello Jr. got a hand on it. And then DeMarcus Granger got up and tipped it a little bit. And then Clayton helped break it up.
Well, the timing of the throw got disrupted by the tip by Granger, and that's why Clayton was there to be able to bust up the play.
Him in the slightest, as long as they win. He's that kind of kid. He's a special person, but he certainly hasn't put up the kind of numbers that he had last year or that would inspire Heisman talk.
Right. Yeah, definitely not the same kind of year. They're not asking him to do as much. I mean, he's managing the game more instead of making all the plays. And they've infused some new speed into their backfield. They're doing some different things offensively, but he's managing the game very well.
Bradford complete over the middle. Quentin Chaney makes the catch. Get the ball game. There's going to be a lot of guys hurt.
And this is probably the time also, you know, with the kind of lead that they have, I don't know how much longer Bob Stoops will keep Sam Bradford and the starters in. Here's the guy that was hurt a minute ago. He looks okay right now.
Chaney's not limping anymore. Nobody again within 5 yards, and it's just pitch and catch to Iglesias. Up and stop Nebraska. Although they can hardly be threatened at this point, there's a fumble.
Bad exchange between Gans and Quentin Castile.
And Oklahoma's got it. the fourth turnover. So their defense makes a play, and on the first play from scrimmage after that, they fumble it away.
This is never a clean exchange between Ganz and Castile. Castile never has it tucked away before he tries to run into the line of scrimmage. And one play, and the Nebraska offense back off the field. It was turnovers early that did them in, and a turnover right now that just wiped out the interception by their defense.
Underneath, nobody home.
He came out of the backfield, and absolutely nobody accounted for him. That's not supposed to happen.
Well, like I said before, when they scored, they have made it look so easy.
Pulling his whole weight the last time around. He was letting the other one do most of the work.
Ganz goes down at the 20. Rare quarterback pressure. Price Macon out of Corpus Christi gets his second sack of the year. I think you're more interested in Nebraska and Oklahoma. First time he was the defensive coordinator, just about everybody there thought it was a terrible mistake. Yeah. It turned out to be one. They tried to change the culture of the program. They shut out older players. They made a whole bunch of changes, all of which blew up in their face, basically. But he'll get it done. Bo Pelini is going to be a tremendous head coach for this ball club.
And he told us, he said, what we want to do is we want to get our program to where Oklahoma's is right now. That's the program to model after.
And where Oklahoma is right now is pretty good. Oklahoma wins it tonight, 62-28. Coming up next, stay tuned for SportsCenter and for a wrap-up of this game. Catch us on ESPN News in just a few minutes. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Todd Blackledge, Holly Rowe, and our entire ESPN crew, this is Mike Patrick. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night, boys, and good night from Norman.